Title: The Day Ibrahim Traoré Went Missing. What if your president disappeared and no one knew where he went? That's what happened in Burkina Faso. President Ibrahim Traoré was loved by many, young, brave, and full of ideas. But he felt something was wrong. Reports came in, people arrested without trial, prisoners starving, guards abusing power. But no one told the full truth. So one night, he removed his uniform. He dressed like a street beggar. And with the help of one trusted soldier, Salif, he became someone else. A petty thief. A drunk. A nobody. He got himself arrested in a market fight. Police beat him up. Called him trash. Threw him in a van. No one knew this was the president of the nation. As the prison gates shut behind him, Ibrahim whispered to himself, "Now I will see the truth, from the inside." What he didn't know was that inside these walls, a dark world waited. One that could swallow him forever. Ibrahim was thrown into a filthy cell. The smell of urine hit him first. Then the sight of 20 men packed like sardines. Some had wounds. Some had lost their minds. "New fish, what you in for?" "Fighting," Ibrahim said quietly. The men laughed. "You won't survive, fighter." Days passed. He ate watery porridge. Slept on the cold floor. He watched how the guards treated prisoners, kicks, insults, even slaps for no reason. He kept quiet, watched, learned. One man stood out. His name was Abdul. Tall, with kind eyes, but scars on his back. "Why are you here?" Ibrahim asked. "They said I insulted a minister online." "I never did." "No trial. Just prison," Abdul replied. "That's not justice." "What do you know about justice?" Ibrahim paused. "Maybe more than you think." That night, Ibrahim couldn't sleep. This wasn't just prison. It was a graveyard of dreams. And he was buried alive in it. Days passed. Ibrahim lived like any prisoner. No special food, no clean water, just pain, dirt, and secrets. He started talking to other prisoners, each one had a sad story, or was arrested during protest, one said. "I never saw a judge," another added. One old man whispered, "Here, the guards sell our food and punish us if we speak. We're just forgotten." Ibrahim listened. He saw how a country can fall, not from war, but from silence. But then something happened. Abdul looked at Ibrahim and whispered, "You're not like us." "Who are you really?" Ibrahim's heart raced. But he smiled. "Just a man who made a mistake." Abdul nodded slowly. "If you say so, but be careful, they beat men to death here." That night, Ibrahim couldn't sleep again. His back ached. His mind burned. He remembered the people who trusted him, the mothers, farmers, children. "If I survive this, I must fix everything," he told himself. But he didn't know, trouble was coming. One afternoon, a guard dragged Ibrahim and two others outside. You, and you, clean the old storage room." The room was deep inside the prison. No cameras. No windows. Ibrahim saw dried blood on the floor. A metal chair. Chains. "What is this place?" he asked. Whispered Abdul, who was also there. "They call it Room of Regret. They torture people here. And sometimes, they disappear." Ibrahim's blood ran cold. "In my country?" That night, Ibrahim realized some prison leaders were running their own kingdom inside. No law, no fear, just power. Suddenly, a guard entered the room behind them and locked the door. "Someone snitched," he growled. "Tonight, you pay." He raised a stick, but just before he could strike, Abdul jumped in front. He's sick, beat me instead. Ibrahim was shocked. Abdul took all the beating and collapsed. Why did you do that? Ibrahim asked, holding him. Abdul coughed blood. Because you don't belong here. And I think you came to save us. Ibrahim cried silently. But the storm was just beginning. News came that a special guest would visit the prison. An international human rights observer, the prison boss, Commander Douamba, ordered everyone to smile. He made the sick prisoners hide. They gave Ibrahim and others clean shirts for one day. Cameras came, fake smiles were recorded, the visitor left happy. After that, things got worse. Commander Douamba lined up prisoners and shouted, "Someone told lies. And we think it was you." He pointed at Ibrahim. Ibrahim was dragged away. Tied to a post. "We'll beat the truth out of you," the guard growled. But Ibrahim remained calm. He looked into the guard's eyes and said, "You may hit me, but truth doesn't bleed. It survives." The guard paused. Something about the man's voice shook him. He lowered the stick. "I don't know who you are," he whispered, "but you're not normal." That night, Ibrahim was returned to his cell. Abdul looked at him and smiled weakly. "You survived." Ibrahim nodded, "But we need proof. We need someone to escape and send a message." Abdul's eyes lit up. "I know how." Abdul used to be a builder. He remembered an old tunnel that connected to the storage area. With help from two trusted prisoners, they dug at night. "I'll go," Abdul said. "You must stay. If they catch you, everything ends." Ibrahim hugged him. "Be careful, brother." The next night, Abdul escaped through the tunnel and disappeared into the bush. The prison was quiet. No one knew. But then bang! Sirens screamed the next morning. A prisoner escaped. Guards shouted. Everyone was locked down. Ibrahim was scared. If Abdul got caught, the plan would fail. But days passed. No news. Until one afternoon, a small radio crackled in the guard's office. A famous journalist was live on air. Breaking, anonymous source claims Burkina Faso's prison system is hiding a dirty secret. Even President Ibrahim Traoré may be in danger. The guard holding the radio froze. The prisoners heard, whispers spread. Ibrahim smiled softly. Abdul had made it. The world now knew. But he didn't expect what came next. The news shook the country, people protested, activists demanded answers, ministers called for calm. But inside the prison, Commander Douamba was furious. "Which one of you is the spy?" "I'll kill him myself," he shouted. Ibrahim stayed silent. That night, a masked man entered his cell. "Come quietly," he said. He was taken through a back door, into a car. Ibrahim thought it was over. But the car didn't go to a killing ground. It went to the palace. Salif was waiting. "Mr. President, it's time." Guards saluted him. Ibrahim took off his prison shirt. "What about the others?" he asked. "They're safe, Abdul is with the press. The people are ready." Ibrahim's eyes burned with tears. He had survived the storm. But now came the fire. That evening, the nation gathered on TV, the camera came on, a shocked crowd saw him. President Ibrahim Traoré dressed in prison clothes. "I was gone but I never left you," he said. "I lived as a prisoner to see what our people go through. What I saw broke my heart." He exposed everything, room of regret, stolen food, illegal arrests. The people gasped. Commander Douamba and others were arrested that same night. A full investigation began. People poured into the streets. They didn't shout, they didn't cry, they knelt in silence and clapped. For the first time, they felt truly seen. But even with victory, Ibrahim was not happy. There are still hidden enemies, he whispered. And one of them is close. A month later, Abdul was found poisoned.
Oh!
The note on his chest read, "Silence him before he speaks more." Ibrahim broke down. He risked his life for me. And now he's gone. Investigation revealed the poison came from inside the palace kitchen. Someone close had betrayed him. All eyes turned to Salif, his most trusted guard. But Salif shook his head. It wasn't me. But I know who. It was Major Mudu. He had wanted Ibrahim to die in prison so he could take over. Ibrahim called him in, calmly. Why? The man laughed. You're a soldier, just like I am, everyone would like to lead. That night, he was arrested. Ibrahim stared at the stars and whispered, even at the top, snakes hide in uniforms. Ibrahim returned to the prison this time, not as a prisoner but as a reformer. He hugged Musa, the boy who once shared his pain. He built a new court system. Freed innocent prisoners, trained officers, made sure never again would a poor man suffer in silence. He renamed the old prison the House of Truth. At Abdul's grave, he laid a medal. You didn't die in vain, he whispered. The country healed. The people saw that leadership is not wearing power but feeling the people's pain. And the moral? Sometimes, the best way to lead is to walk barefoot through the fire with those who are burning. Only then can you bring rain.